All right, all right. Welcome back, you Inglorious Bastards and Magnificent. It is I, Doc Camo, and we're back for another thought of the day. It is Monday, March 15th, and the fuckery continues. We're going to talk about the fact that Asian hate crimes are on the rise. Um, Biden's being his immigration policies failing. The Grammys went woke. they went like full woke propaganda woke. And what else was on my news? I'm like, I need my coffee. Oh yeah. The army is considering changing its PTT test again because women can't keep up with the men in the gender neutral test. Of course they can't. As long as they're passing, it's fine. Women will never do equal to men. They just won't. But we'll get into that. But anyways, the censorship's going to keep getting worse. This totalitarian fascist bullshit keeps getting worse and worse and worse. It's only going to get worse before it's continued. We're probably going to end up at war with China, and we'll probably we've already lost the like who's the biggest superpower thing because like our infrastructure is falling apart and we're like fighting each other in the woke Olympics while China's fucking overseas rebuilding its infrastructure. And so it's going to take a world effort to unfuck that. And I don't know if we're ever going to get a world effort. But that's neither here nor there. So it's just going to get worse. So please consider going over to our website at www.that'sthepoint.squarespace.com, link in the description, and at least joining the email list and getting our stuff there. Ooh, this is not coming out, but we have to fix the scroll bar there, huh? But yeah, so just consider getting our content directly from us because it helps beat the censorship machine. And if you really want to help, $5 a month comes with a myriad of benefits, like early access to That's Some Points, weekly podcasts, and unfiltered access to my thoughts of the day, and a mug and other stuff. We're working on getting other benefits out there. We might even do members only segments. We haven't figured that out yet, but we're gonna sweeten the pot up because it's the best way to beat the censorship machine is to have our own platform. Like that we have to help build each other's culture and we have to help support each other again, and that's the way it needs to be. It's like that's the only way we can get through it. But anyway, let's get into this. Come on. Change. Boom. There we go. This is the USA Today. I don't know what that. This is not what I wanted. Why did you go to? There we go. All right. Hate crimes against Asian Americans are on the rise. Here's what the activist lawmakers and police are doing to stop the violence. Activist lawmakers, you're the ones creating the virus. You're the ones like labeling Asian people white. But anyway, it's no wonder this happens shortly after you saying Asian people are white, and it's happening by you know, Denver. Heleno, that was fucked up. Yeah, Heleno was walking down the sidewalk on the downtown 16th Street pedestrian mall in April when two young men approached from the other direction. The coronavirus pandemic has been spreading in the United States for a month, and Asian American community groups were warning of a disconcerting surge of hateful and racist language directed towards them, tied to the virus origins in China. Oh, an attorney was on her guard. These two men drew closer. Yeah, and you're not mentioned anything about this fucking resurging after you said they were whiteness. Infected and disgusting, one called out as they passed, she said. Heart racing, she chuckled into a drugstore, ducked into a drugstore. I don't like, why does they make this like, I didn't think to say anything black when I heard it, back when I heard it black. Blech. She said it really only sunk in as I was walking away, stepping back on the street. 30 walked towards her. On the car, old couple approached. The woman made a short detouring around her, she said. The woman literally walked off the sidewalk to be as far from me as possible. There was only one around, and I was so obnoxious. One incident she might have written off as the kind of casual racism she had. People avoid people like that all the time because of the virus, not just because you're Asian. One incident she might have written off as kind of casual racism has recounted the life and daughter of Korean immigrants. But too is a short time, it is clear that she is targeted because she is Asian. You can feel the sense of hatred and scapegoating was built. I don't think in this instance you were targeted for being. Well, I mean, the first people that chased you into the store, maybe, but the woman that walked around you, no, that's. I do that to black, white, yellow, or polka dotted. Many people do that. I don't think that's it. But we shouldn't be doing hate crimes against minorities. I still think it's because the left is attacking them now because you called them white. Asian Americans across the United States are reporting a significant increase in hate crimes, harassment, and discrimination tied to the spread of COVID-19. It's not because of COVID-19, it's because they called you white. More than a year after these attacks began, the pandemic has galvanized. You're just trying to, like, get them against the anti-pandemic people. You're trying to turn them against the other group. No, you're white. They labeled them white. It's the left. Community leaders are calling for a greater enforcement of existing hate crime laws, better connections with local police departments charged with investigating incidences. We don't need better hate crime laws, but we do need to, like, get out there and stop this crap from happening. Because she's not the only one. Asian people are being attacked for being Asian, and it's been increasingly over the last couple of weeks. So this is utter garbage. The pandemic has specifically struck a nerve for the Asian community. Bamboo sailing for a large number of Asian Americans, especially young generations. They're now seeing the first time actual violence directed at them or their grandparents. It's highly disturbing. Yeah, it's because these fucking leftists are bringing it back, the fucking race bullshit, and they're fucking bringing it back. These leftists gotta stop it. It is. This leftist, they are the ones in charge. I'm sorry. They're the ones that do it. They're the ones spewing this hate. They're the ones creating this division. They're the ones creating the intersectional cult that's creating this division and creating these problems. They called Asians. There's no doubt in my mind that after you called Asians white, that their violence started to increase. That has nothing to do with it. I'm just saying. All right. Finally got my coffee here. The fuckery can continue. The fuckery can continue. And we're going to get into the women failing to keep up with men and the gender neutral PT test. Of course they are. Women are never going to do equal to men. Can we have a PT test in the military where women might be strong enough to actually, like, do the job? Yes. Will they ever be at the level of men? No, never. But anyway, let's get into this. Here's the Daily Wire. The Army considers reversing gender-neutral physical test after a majority of women fail to keep up with men. Ryan Severdra, Daily Wire. The United States Army has reportedly considered doing away with its new gender-neutral physical test after test results showed that the majority of women failed, while approximately 90% of men passed. Office officials are reportedly considered having different evaluation categories for men and women due to physical differences between the two. If women can't do the job, they shouldn't be doing the damn job. I'm sorry. You're telling me that a majority of women failed the jobs-oriented PT test they instituted when I got out of there. Research showed that the Army Combat Physical Fitness Test, which is the same for male and female soldiers, was leading to lower results for women with a knock-on effect for promotions. The Telegraph reported an early Pentagon study showed that women were failing the ACFT at a rate of 65%, while only 10% of men did. Jesus Christ. A report from last fall found that 54% of women failed the test, while only 7% of males did. Half of women are just not capable. I'm sorry. It's just the truth. The report said the Congress, which is controlled by the Democrats, stopped the new program from being implemented, and the Army is reviewing whether it is fair. Congress does not want to test as it is constructed to factor into opportunities for advancement, and reports said. So now they're gonna promote these women because in the ACFT there's a 6 events: the maximum deadlift, a standing power throw, hand release push-ups, a sprint drag and carry truck 2 mile run. Report edited. And give me a second. Down. I'm working. Pop. Down. No. You wait. So the maximum deadlift, the standing power throw, hand release push-ups, a sprint, drag and carry, leg tuck, and 2 mile run. Reported at. To pass the test, those taking it must score at least 360 points out of a possible 600, and those who achieve highest scores are more likely to be promoted. However, average scores for women so far are said to have been 100 points or lower. Jesus fucking Christ. They're not just failing, they're failing in spectacular measure. The report said that the officials were expected to change the way that at least one of these exercises could have completed, which they said improved women's test scores. Congress has now declared that the test in its current form should not be a factor in deciding whether or not someone gets promoted. Officials were also considered whether to use gender-specific percentile groupings when it came to time to review potential promotions. Oh, they're just not capable. We need to admit that. So we start making our armies so fucking soft. All they are going to see for the evaluation is which percentile the soldier falls into. An Army official told military.com last month that gender identity will not be included in that information. If anything, it is more gender-neutral assessment process because it doesn't... They're going to hide the gender in the scores from... That is garbage. Captain Kristen, the Army's first female infantry officer, wrote last month that the lowering fitness standards to accommodate women will hurt the Army. Oh my God, even she's on my side. That is fucking great. I told you it's going to fuck up the Army, and the Army knows it's going to fuck up the Army. Grace said that the implementing gender-based scoring or reducing the minimum standards for combat arms would have both immediate and insidious impacts on combat effectiveness, as well as on women's credibility and potential. Maybe she really did win. I didn't give you enough credit, ma'am, but you're getting some credit back here. The entire purpose of creating a gender-neutral test was to acknowledge the reality that each job has the objective physical standard to which all soldiers should be held. Yes, regardless of gender. This is ridiculous. I don't understand why we're still arguing about that. Where were we? Regardless of gender, right? The intent was not to ensure that women and men will have an equal likelihood of meeting those standards. Rather, it is incumbent upon women who volunteer for the combat arms profession to ensure that they're fully capable and qualified for it. Yes, to not require women to meet equal standards in combat arms will not only undermine their credibility, but also place those women, their teammates, and their missions at risk. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All of this, you deserve to be an officer, ma'am. All of this comes as members of the U.S. military under leadership of Democrat President Joe Biden recently. Blah, 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 blah. Now they're gaffing it on Biden, but this has been going on a lot longer than just Joe Biden. So we're going to jump off of that bandwagon right now. Not that the roasting Biden bandwagon is a bad bandwagon to be on because he makes it easy to roast him. But we are lowering the standards of our military by doing this. Like, they're just not capable. Most women are not capable. Hell, most men are not capable. Most men are physically superior than most women, and this is just biology. I'm not saying that women or men are superior. We're good at what we do. We're each good at what we do. We're both equal in that measure. But most men have a biological physical advantage over women, and most men can't even do that. So, like it's going to be a lower percentage of women in the military if you want the military to be combat effective. It's just going to be. There's no way to avoid that, and you need to just accept it. Because China is like, we're going to end up at war at China. They're doing beach drills. They have concentration camps, and we're probably going to lose that fight because we're right now we're fighting the oppression Olympics, and our infrastructure can't survive it. It's not ready for that type of fight, and I don't think Americans have what it takes to like band together and do what it does. But I don't know.